Are you sitting comfortably? Howdy. Hey guys, thought I would play a little bit of banjo because having a little celebration. We have reached 100 subscribers. Woohoo! So thank you very much everyone that's followed me along this initial path of Whisky Web YouTube channel. You're coming here to my Whisky Snug on Shelter Point Farm and Distillery. Just had a crazy week of making sanitizer. We brought in 26,000 litres of grain neutral spirit this week, and we've sold it all in the space of 1 week. It's unbelievable. So 40,000 litres in total has gone out to local medical people, hospitals, doctors, firefighters have been around, police, everything. So it's been going superb, and we've been doing our bit to help, so we're very happy to do that and happy to be here. And Patrick's got a good phrase. It's either be useful or be useless. So we're definitely being useful, and I'm happy about that. And then I thought, since we got to 100 subscribers, maybe I'll do something about whiskey in numbers. So 100 also happens to be the amount of pounds of barley you need per acre field. So that's one. Barley to plant 1 acre, and from that 1 acre you're going to get about 2 tons of barley after 3 months of growing. From that 2 tons of barley you're going to get it malted, and you're going to get a little bit of malting loss there, so maybe 10% malting loss. That's just when the moisture comes down from 17% in the barley down to more like 4%. So you get a little bit of dry weight loss there. So let's just say, 2 tons of malt per acre, just for easiness. And then we're going to take 1 of those tons and we're going to put it in a mash tun. And then we're going to add about 6,000 litres of water at about 72 degrees centigrade. We're going to let it cook for a while, do the mashing, and then we're going to pump it over to the fermenter and cool it down to 20 degrees. And we're going to end up with 5,000 litres in the fermenter. We're going to add yeast. We're going to add about 5 kilograms of yeast. We're going to let it ferment for 3 to 4 days, and we're going to end up with a strong beer, about 8% alcohol. You could drink it now, but in the whiskey industry we prefer to go a bit stronger. So we're going to take that strong beer at 8%, and then we're going to put it all in the wash still. So all 5,000 litres of wash in the wash still, and we're going to distill it for the first time. We're going to boil the copper pot. The vapours are going to rise over the line arm, through the neck, down the condenser, and then it's going to come out as low wines, and we're going to end up with about 1,500 litres of low wines. That's going to be around 22 to 23% alcohol, so that's the first distillation. We're not quite there yet, because whiskey must be at least 40% by law in terms of strength. So we'll take some of those low wines and we'll take heads and tails from previous runs of the spirit still, and we'll charge that into the spirit still. So we end up with about 2/3 low wines, 1/3 heads and tails. And then we're going to do the same again. We'll boil the copper pot, we'll distill it. This time it's going to come out, it's heads, hearts and tails. And we're going to end up with about 3.5 casks worth of hearts. by the time we've diluted it to 63.5%. So we take all these hearts and we put them in casks, and the cask that we're going to most likely put it in is an American standard barrel, and that's going to be about 200 litres. The white American oak to make those casks has been grown for about 80 years. So we filled the cask and then we put it into the warehouse, and then we let it mature for, on this occasion, 6 years for the Shelter Point single malt. During that time we're going to be losing about 2 to 4% a year, which is the Angel share. So we'll probably end up with about 160 litres left in the barrel rather than 200. So now we're going to take that whiskey, dilute it down to 46%. So from every cask we're going to get maybe about 300 bottles of whiskey. Every bottle of whiskey is probably going to be about $80, so yeah, we're going to end up with quite a lot of money per cask. Two fingers, that's another number. Should always be at least 2 fingers for your whiskey. And for every year the whiskey's aged, you should give it at least a minute in the glass. So this one at least 6 minutes. Nosing and tasting. And when you're sitting there in your house and you've got your whiskey, think about all those numbers that have made that whiskey. And while you're sitting there in your dressing gown like the Big Lebowski, the dude abides, you can relax and forget about all those numbers, because none of it matters. All that matters is enjoying the spirit, enjoying the aromas. It's like poetry. You can't put poetry on a graph. You can't have an axis and numbers. And that's what makes whiskey special. It's the blend of science, art, and a bit of magic. So thank you so much everyone for joining me so far on the whiskey journey. That's 100 subscribers so far, and maybe one day we'll get to 1,000, who knows. I'm not too bothered either way. I'm just enjoying my whiskey, and I'm enjoying sharing my thoughts with you all. And if you guys ever want to ask me anything about numbers for any of those pub quiz questions for whiskey, or any other sort of whiskey or even banjo related questions, because I just got this banjo for Christmas, and it's pretty good during the lockdown. Like, I really recommend getting a musical instrument and learning something new, because I couldn't play any banjo until about 3 or 4 months ago. So give it a go, have a nice dram with it, enjoy whatever you're doing out there, relax. This is all going to be over soon. We're going to be back to normal, having our little whiskey club meetings and stuff, and I can't wait to see you all again on the other side. So thank you so much, and cheers for now.